Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye.
Hello again, adventurer. Oh, he's always been something of a... For my part, I encourage that band of... Why don't even... You say you met him?
Sad, but true. Better to have...
Oh, this is just marvellous. Simply marvellous to hear. I can't tell you how much it means to me to have my poor... Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way in.
Source Hunter, have you forgotten? We did Dust Slayer. It is not happy news, but your brother was smashed flat by undead in the northern cave. But his was a hero's death. He faced terror so that others would not, and he will be rewarded.
What? Oh, it's you! What news? That depends. Ah, the light. Marvelous! Follow me then.
Meow.
Ah, cats. Such beauty, such grace they have. Magnificence incarnate.
Not a lot of meat on her, is there?
If only the popular
Someone ought
girls
to
from the
fasten her
Source
up if they want
Academy
to get
could
a
see
good
how
meal out of her.
edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
What? Oh, my Yes. What?
Kaj Dinor. Brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Fellow Jageta friend. He has gone. Oh, Dejlazim az Ajtenek. You have saved me. Thank you, my... The night in see-through...
What? Oh, it's you! What news? My dear, I introduced it. If you're looking for something special, wait here. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, they just informed me that they cleared the cave of all undead presence. Maxine, I've always been more fond of cats myself.
with these Sicilian source hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them. Greeting.
Come to see what delectable dish I've crafted from that pesky poultry, have you?
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention!
Oh, what now? If you... Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? How am I enjoying it? I'd say they're looking for we are the pride of Rivalon. To be found and to be... Yes, and he also spends... What about it? Well, have you found any I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of... Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hire yourself to Roberts the mortician. If anyone better...
Sorry, sir.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs a sheep? That's a whole heap. There's no need for all that, then. I'll tell you the story as I buried that blasted sheep, but I swear on my lucky left foot I had nothing to do with that body disappearing. 1 minute it was on my... In its place was a sack containing more gold coins. My business has been declining right alongside the rest of our blighted city. And that sack of gold was worth more than I made during one of the good years. I knew I had to bury something or risk being found out. So that night, I stole into the market and made off with Bertia's fattest sheep. It was a bloody waste to stick so much fine meat into the ground to rot, but it had to be done. The next... Now, you can imagine I've spent more than my share of restless nights wondering who could have wanted that cadaver and for what purpose. I'm not an inch closer to imagining the why, but I've got a few inklings. Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know? And he's the only person in town with a sec. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep if he was... Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even... Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble. Unless he knew something the rest of us don't. I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts. That there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't... And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. Look, there's no need for all that. Take the gold then, and we'll call the rest even. So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or a sad story, that. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace. That's enough of that now!
Face the unending darkness.
Now, this is valuable. Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Hello again. Terribly. Is that so? Well, I handled the corpse myself, indeed, but I hardly knew the man in life. I arrived at the inn, where the body lay just where it had fallen. The injuries were like nothing I'd ever seen. A single... I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Sauce hunters, eh? Or if you've got a favourite sheep, that louse. Did he even bother grilling a single luscious chop? I bet he wasted...
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
to see if you can choose the finest greens.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
The finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman-Bear.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman-Bear.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman-Bear.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine. He's a fun man! Don't donate yours! Show all of them! I feel what you're made of!
Legion's greetings, Hunt. So fair, steadfast. You claim to possess evidence. There now, she was stringing Ferrell along. Ha! And what questions are the proper soldiers shouldn't be ordered to fight such unnatural abomination. The Sicilians.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about to present me with?
What? Oh, it's you! What news? Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating. You'll see for yourselves in time.
To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those bunkering barries at Bistro get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You, again. Yes. Discovered and... Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against it was stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe. He has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher. You suspect the mayor? Dear me, you couldn't be further from the mark if you lay the blame on a paraplegic cow. The man raised a foundling orc. Evelyn? Master Theriron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured... You dare stand here and accuse me of involvement in this sordid affair? You dare accuse a captain of the Legion? Get out! Out! Before I have my men erect a gallows and string up a sauce pinata!
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome, by all means. Of course, I hope your investigation... I myself have none. Now, it may well be his body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. It seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless, you're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where it leads you.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
I hope your quest fares well, dear Hunter.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
You there, cut it out. That's enough of that now.
Anybody home? Anybody home?
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention!
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine golden land.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches only hours for the tea. I'm straight. I'm true. Harry's got it.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicilia's ever seen.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches only hours for the tea.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Many cheeses.
muzzle you!